going to go head to head with these two, kind of have a little showdown, see which one's better for your money. And they're both refillable pod systems. They both are very compact, easy to hold in your hand. We're just going to see which one's better, which one might suit your needs in a way. But let's go down, check them out, and see how they vape. Guys, we got the Sourin drop here in the Envii Fitt in their packaging. Here's kind of what they look like. We're going to be taking a look at the Sourin drop first. So here is the packaging for the Sourin drop. And here's the back. If you guys want to take a peek. So we'll take it out of the sleeve. And then we have a magnetic little open. Same thing on the back, basically. And then we open it up. We have your Sourin drop here. And then we have some different color options. If you guys want to take a peek. We have yellow, red, blue, black, and the gray. As you can see, I have the black. The black is more of like a glossy finish, and the yellow, red, and blue, they're more of like a rubbery finish. So here's your Sourin. We'll put that aside real quick, and then we're going to go down below. And we do have a USB cable in here. Little micro USB cable. Pretty nice. And in the bottom here, we do have a caution card how to fill it. We have a Sourin certificate of authenticity. And then we just have the user's manual here. Alrighty, so let's take a look at the Sourin drop. Now, the Sourin drop is a 310 mAh battery inside. It's a refillable pod system. As I said up top, there's how the pod comes out. Right here, there is some little grooves where you can get in there and fill them. This is the housing. Take a look at that. Now this is just their emblem. This is not a button. There's not too much on the Sourin drop to really discuss. It's more of just the put in your pod and kind of go design. But I will show you how you guys can fill it. I usually take a little pencil, and I will just get in that groove and take them both out. So you can see right here, there's a hole right there and a hole right there. What I like to do when I do fill it is release both ends so air can escape into the pod, so you're not have a lot of air in there. So you can fill as most as you want. So when you're done filling it, you can push them back down. You can kind of see inside the pod. It's not in this lighting, you can't really see, but you can see inside the pod very well, so you can kind of see your capacity. This does hold 2 mils. Like I said, this is a 310 mAh battery. Very sleek looking design, not too much. There's your micro USB right at the bottom, and then we have some branding of the Sourin drop. Like I said, this is not a button. This is just a little bubble that just says Sourin on it. And then you have who designed it and everything on back. This is how big your mouth hole is, so you can see how kind of restrictive it is with that hole. It's really not too bad, but I personally like a little bit more. Very easy. Once you put in the pod, it will glow blue when it's fully charged and red when it's dead. But other than that, that's basically the Sourin. Now let's go check out the Envii. Alright guys, we're going to be taking another look at the Envii Fitt. Here's the packaging. Mine's a little knurled and broken and stuff, but this is the packaging for it. There's the back for you. And here's the front. I have the Envii Fitt that comes with a refillable pod system. They do have other ones that come with pre-filled pod systems like tobacco, cream, fruits, and stuff like that. But I just got the refillable one. So how it comes out, here's that. We'll just put this off to the side. So here's this. Right here will be your pod system, but I already have the pod inside the device right now. You also get a USB cable, like you guys seen it before. And you also get an extra drip tip because they do tend to get lost or fall out and stuff like that. You also do get a Envii Fitt kind of manual in a way. To be honest, this is not very in-depth user manual, but it is very nice how they show you the different features that you can do with it and how to fill the pod, which is pretty nice. So you guys can take a peek at that, and I'll let you guys take a peek at this. Alrighty, so here is the Envii Fitt. I have the white one. They do have an all black one where the black panel and all this is blacked out. This is a 650 mAh battery. The capacity on the tank is 3.2 millimeters, so a little bit more than the Sourin drop. This one does have a button on it, which is actually pretty cool. What you can also do with it is just do a mouth to lung draw, just basically draw from it and not press the button, which is pretty cool. So you have two options there. So we will kind of show you the pod. So here's the pod. The pod just comes out like this. So here it is. You can take it off the mouthpiece like that. And this is what is going to be empty but in your package. So right down here, there's actually, you can see there's kind of juice on it. But right down here, there is actually a coil down there. And fill it from the top. So you actually take out the coil and all the system, and you fill right between the tube in the system. How this kind of goes together is there's a gold ring at the bottom that goes with these pressure fit gold tabs at the end, and it just lays right in there. No, it does not clip in, it just lays right in there. What I tend to do, and what I think is the simplest way of putting this all together, is actually putting the drip tip on first and then laying just the pod in there and then taking the back cover and clipping it on. It seems to work the best with actually physically putting the drip tip on than jamming it, trying to jam it into the system. So how you can change through the modes with the features that it does come with. So right now it is on the fire. So you can see I press it to fire. How you can change it is you click it twice and then a purple will come on. The one before it was actually blue, so that means that you can press the button. Purple means that you can just draw it from just mouth to lung draw. And they do have on the bottom, they do have a keychain clip that you can have you can put a little keychain on it, which will be kind of cool. At the bottom, you do have a USB charging. Also, you have some branding where it says Fitt. Now, this pod system does have different ways to indicate how the battery life is on the device. A solid green will be fully charged. A yellow will be medium charged, and obviously a red will be dead. Like I said, you can click through, change it. What I like to do is actually keep it on the blue. Sometimes I switch it and keep it to the purple, but I tend to like the blue because it's actually nice that you can actually use a button on a pod system. It is a little bit bigger than the Sourin. This is it right next to each other. You can see this one's a little bit thicker, but they are around almost the same height. You do have the thickness in it, but you also do have the more capacity with the Envii Fitt than the Sourin drop. Very sleek though. They're both very sleek, very in the hand type of, very stealthy vapes. They're very good for out and about, or your Nick salts. That's what I run in here, is 2 Nick salts. So they work very well. Personally, the size doesn't really matter to me. They're both very stealthy, and that's what I like about them. Even with the more with the Envii Fitt, it's very still in your hand. You can't really see it. Same with the Sourin. Very good, both very good pod systems that I really do enjoy. So let's take it back up on top and see how they vape. Let's go. Alrighty guys, we just took a closer look at the Sourin drop and the Envii Fitt. Both of them are very good pod systems. I really do enjoy them. With the Sourin drop, I really enjoy how like paper thin it is. It is very nice. You can't really see it in the hand. As you can see, it's very stealthy in the hand. Same with the Envii, very stealthy. Can't really notice that it's there. It's very ergonomical in your hand, both of them. I really do enjoy them. Starting with the Sourin drop, I would say I love how, like I said, how thin it is and how the pod system works. They're very easy, very, easy to maintain and stuff like that. Now, both pod systems are lasting people around 5 refills, which is actually pretty decent. Starting with the Sourin, the pros I would say is how thin it is, very thin device. The 2 mils is not too bad for the capacity on the pod itself. It's really not too bad. I don't tend to see myself refilling it too much. Now, refilling it can be a little tricky if you don't have any nails or something. Now, you might need something to pull those gaskets out. It's going to be a little hard, but once you get used to it, it's really not too bad. I've had no real leaking on the Sourin. It's been going very well. The capacity on the batteries is really not too bad. Now, the Envii does have around maybe 300 more capacity than the Sourin, but I tend to see the Sourin lasting a good while, not too bad. They're both lasting me around the same amount of time. With the Sourin, I would say some of the cons would be one of the light indicators, how you can tell if it's charged or not charged. How you indicate the light and see how charged it is actually by drawing through the device, which is kind of tricky because you can't really see while you're drawing how charged it is. Like I said, the blue light indicates how that it's fully charged. The red indicates that it's dead. So it's very hard to see when the light is on or off because it's very hard to notice it while drawing the device. But other than that, I would say it's a very suitable device. It does its job very well. Charging is awesome. Charges very fast. I'm pretty sure it has 1 amp charging, which is not too bad. Now the pod system, I do love it. Everything about it, I do love. I really enjoy how thin it is. It is a very thin device. Very thin. And I do enjoy that. Like, it's very easy, slip in the pocket type of device. I do enjoy that. Now, with the Envii, I really do enjoy this device too. The things that I really do enjoy about it is how it has a button. Now that I think is wicked cool, and I like how you can switch between the 2 modes, where you can use the button or you can just draw from it. Now with the actual filling of the device, it can be a little tricky. It's not too bad. I would say maybe the Sourin is a little bit easier in a way. Refilling this device is kind of a hassle. You do need some type of screwdriver or something to get into this spot right here, so you can kind of flick it open and then open it and you can fill it down there. It is a little tricky, but like I said, this holds a good amount of juice, so you won't really have to fill it way too often, as much as the Sourin, I would say. Now, with the pod system, I do get minimal leaking. It's really not too bad, I would say. It's mostly if I'm in a hot car or if I'm going in and out from place to place and I leave it in there, I tend to see it kind of leaking away. Mostly if it's a hot day out, it does kind of leak on me. But it's really not too bad. It's not like the juice is covered in the device. It's mostly once you take the pot off, you do tend to see a little bit of juice, which is not too bad, but I would say that's probably a con. Very easy to change through the settings. You click it twice for it to change to the draw mode, or you can click it twice again and it will indicate a blue light saying that it is in the button mode where you can push it. I do like how they also include another drip tip for it. They do tend to get lost and fall out. Like I said, the easiest way to fill this and kind of put this all together is putting the drip tip on before you put on this cap, because it does, you kind of have to push it in. So put on the drip tip, then put the cap on. It'll be easier like that. Now, vaping these devices, um, we will take a vape off the Envii first, since we have it in our hand. This is the just draw mode that I'm gonna do, so let's see how it vapes. Not bad. Really not bad. I do have some Nick Salt in here. It is a 6 milligram Fruity Pebbles. Wicked good stuff. I have them both in here. I think I have a little bit of another 6 milligram in my Sourin. I think it's the Fruity Pebbles mixed with a like Skittles in 6 milligram too. So they're a little different flavors, but they're kind of on the same point. Now I'm gonna put this into its button mode, which I kind of like. I prefer the button mode a little bit more than the direct, draw personally, because I don't know. I like pressing some buttons. I think it's kind of cool. And I've never really seen a pod system with a button really before. Maybe there's been out that there has been, but I haven't really seen too much with the button, because a lot of them you just draw from it and it kind of does its thing, like the jewel and stuff like that. You just draw from it. So this is it with its on the button. All right. So I do tend to see that it does produce a lot of vapor. I like to do it on the button mode just because I feel like it produces a little bit more vapor than just direct, you know, drawing it like that. Um, but now we will check out, see how the Sourin drop vapes. Like I said, I do have kind of like the same juice in this one, very similar. They're kind of a mixture of two different juices, but we'll see how she vapes. Now I do like both. They're very nice devices. Um, I tend to go more with the Envii just because I do get a little bit more vapor on the Envii than the Soren Drop. But if I'm kind of going for more sleekness and more accessibility and more just easy, just no buttons, no nothing, I would probably go with the Soren Drop. I did get the Soren Drop before the Envii, and the Soren Drop did perfect for me for a refillable pod system. There's not much you can ask for a refillable pod system. They're not like a variable wattage device and stuff like that. Um, they're just very easy. You can either draw from them, or like with the Envii, you can press a button and it's easy. There's no screens. There's no watts in your face. It's just easy stuff. That's what I like about them. Um, Both I do love, but I would have to say for the winner of this, I would have to go with the Envii. Personally, I do like the shape of it and how you can press a button on it. I think that's wicked cool. But the Sourin drop is always going to be in my arsenal. Same with the Envii. They're both very good devices, and I love them. But I think that's the end of my review today, guys. Like I said, both devices I love. You should totally grab one. Either one, personally, they're both awesome. So pick one up at least. You can try out both. Um, they are wicked good devices, so you guys should check them out if you're looking for a refillable pod system that's easy, sleek, very minimalistic device. These both will make you happy and they will do the job for you. Like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you guys do want to, you can go subscribe right down below. It would mean a lot to me, and if you could also, if you want, like the video, that'd be awesome just to show your guys' support. But anyways, bye guys.